can't see it now.
We're live.
Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Text message. What's the text message, Chris?
Said we were.
Yeah, but I can't
Yeah,
see it
we're
on
live. We're live.
We're live.
Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome back to the VR Spies Exposed episode 37. Let's do this shit. Whoa. Oh, sorry about that. Fuck it.
Did you just lose your hat?
I'm just glad
Lost
my
his
head
mind.
didn't fall off there. Fucking hell. Oh, okay. Whew.
There you
Is it
go.
good? Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Looking Christmassy, Mr.
Well, it
Hard.
is December, and I'm trying to please Santa, so he brings me my damn Oculus Touch. They're still missing. So, yeah.
I think he's got
Yeah,
them
about
held
that.
up at the North Pole. You know, I think that's where they're shipping from.
I think so,
Is it?
too. And, you know, that's not actually too far away from where I am currently located. So, I'm about to head
Yeah.
up there soon and inspect.
So, guys, serious question, right? Has anyone actually got one of their shipping notifications yet? Because I haven't actually got mine. I noticed this earlier.
Oh, you did, yeah? I guess you just
No,
neglected
I didn't.
to tell
I,
me.
No, he
I didn't get it. I haven't got it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay, no. Nothing new to confirm here as well. The only thing I have received is, okay, Oculus is touching soon. Make sure your shit is in order. So I did that, and then nothing. Looking backwards.
I think I've paid for it, but I haven't had a shipping notification. I think some people have actually received them. Other people have got a shipping notification. I think Darren's got a shipping notification. And yeah, Reddit's covered in photos of people looking at,
Well, the people
boxes.
that are receiving them right now, I believe those are from Amazon and Best Buy. I don't think anyone's received an actual Oculus order yet.
That's nice, Greg.
You like it?
I feel like
Oh, you have hair.
it's a problem, this, because I feel it's all over the place as of now. What's going on here? What's that? I saw something there.
Enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kids
I'm
having
gonna
fun.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
I haven't even been drinking. This is terrible.
I know. For me, it's the middle of the afternoon, so I refrained. But yeah, yesterday we saw a lot of these posts popping up all over Reddit, and people were getting their Oculus Touch orders. Now, some of those were coming out of Germany, where apparently stores broke the street date and started selling them. I think as of
Really?
Friday. Yeah, there was even
my
one
God.
guy who said that he convinced a shop owner to let him buy it, and then the shop owner was going to ring it up on Tuesday so that the shop owner didn't get in trouble. But yeah, so Germany's all over the place. People are just literally walking into retail stores and buying them. I personally canceled my Oculus Touch order through Oculus, so I would not be getting a shipping notification from them. I opted to go with Best Buy here in the States. They guaranteed me a December 6th delivery.
That's good.
Whether that's going to happen, I don't know. They're all over the place. I've got conflicting, statuses on different web pages and phone calls, and so I don't know. It's a mystery.
No.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, welcome back to the VR Spies. We're just a bunch of numbnuts that are very into VR, and I can see people in the chat. So let us know, though, if you have actually heard anything from Oculus. I see Skidmark UK says, money for Touch has been taken, but no shipping notification for me. So, okay,
Yeah, same for me.
happening there.
It's a
Matthew
UK
Lake.
thing, man.
Matthew Lake says, mine says it was processed and in the process of shipping, and he's in Wales. Good on you, mate.
Well, is Wales part of the UK?
Not too sure about that one.
Just joking, Matthew.
Right.
Oh,
We
no,
know
that's... No.
Hey.
Funny thing is,
It's the
though, I
nice
have a Wales punk ass in my family. It's crazy, and he's the weirdest man I've ever come across, and he's from Wales. So there is that.
Yeah, it's kind of
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's just
not
the way it is.
Okay. So what else has been happening with you guys?
It looks like more people from Wales are also in the process. Money has been taken in process. So we are currently in the wrong place.
So it seems like people are getting their money taken, but and that seems to be a common theme over on Reddit as well. But no one's seeing the actual shipping notifications, which is a little troubling.
Very troubling.
You know, I mean, Oculus did say judge us on this launch, so
they did though, and we will,
you know,
most definitely.
But,
they should have said that.
And
It's like,
Australia is reporting the same. Money gone, no delivery date. So basically, what I'm seeing here now is okay. So they're just holding that money and leaving us in the dark. What's going on there?
I think they're just taking everybody's money and going to Vegas for the weekend, and then hopefully they'll ship them out.
Hookers and booze, man. Hookers and booze, man. Fuck all these guys. So yeah
exactly.
Excellent.
But,
God damn it.
So now, so far it seems like the better option was to go with a third party, like an Amazon or a Best Buy. I know here in the States, like I said, not just Amazon, people were actually receiving their Best Buy pre-orders who elected for shipping, which I should have done, but I elected for in-store pickup yesterday. So a lot of people started receiving those yesterday. Now, of course, they're getting the controllers, and they can't unlock the games yet. I mean, none of the games are going to unlock until the 6th, but I mean, they can still do Steam VR. They can still do, other things. They're just not going to be able to.
Your avatar.
Yeah. Oh, we should. This is what I've said all the damn time, though, since day one. We should have went with the HTC Vive. We could all be playing with the controllers right now. So,
no, I'm happy with my Rift.
What?
I'm fine. Mm-hmm. I've been looking forward to this, really.
Yeah, as well. Can't wait.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I'm going to get rid of my head, though, because he's not.
Yeah. Don't trust me. I mean, I've always said, basically, when the Oculus Touch came out, I was going to get rid of the old Vive, but I'm not so sure now. I'm still umming and ahhing about it.
I think it'd be better, just wait until the Touch comes in, make an informed comparison. I mean, it's whatever works best for you. I mean, now that, the one thing, and Greg and I were talking about this earlier, I mean, you've got to look at the advantages, though, that Oculus is about to have in the gaming space in the fact that, big time, I mean, in the fact that you're going to have all of the Oculus exclusives, and you're going to be able to play all of the Steam VR. Now, the Vive can do that as well, but they have to use Revive, so they're having to use a sort of an injection driver. Causes some issues with frame rates. I mean, it's not guaranteed compatibility. So, the Oculus users are going to have a little bit of an advantage there where they're going to have a larger library to choose.
Yeah, I mean, the Oculus does tie into Steam VR. The only way that possibly would require injection drivers is if HTC decided to pull all their games from Steam and start just putting them on the Vive store.
Which is possible.
It is entirely possible, but there's been no signs of it happening.
Anybody want to help out Alan here? Alan,
actually, I can help out Alan because that actually came out a couple of days ago. So, Alan, here's the good news. Oculus is actually recommending if you get the third sensor that you plug the third one into USB 2. To kind of level out the bandwidth, all going through that USB 3 controller. So they're saying you want to plug 2 of your cameras into the USB 3 and 1 into the 2.
And also, you do get another motion sensor with the Oculus Touch thingy, so don't worry about that.
Into the USB 3.
Indeed. Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Well. So. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it, I guess. We haven't talked, because we haven't done this podcast for a little while, we haven't talked very much about what happened last Monday, have we, Greg?
No,
we haven't. Ask you guys if you could talk about that. That would, inquiring minds want to know.
Me and Chris got a bit of a surprise email asking us to go down to London and check out some Oculus Touch stuff with we didn't know who was going to be there, to be perfectly honest, apart from Oculus, and they said Jason Rubin was going to be there and we'd be playing some Touch stuff against Jason Rubin and I don't know, schmoozing and having a little drink, which in good favour, me and Chris took the little drink to extremes, but went as a free bar, but no, it was good. It was quite bizarre meeting Chris. I mean, we've known each other for a while now, all of us guys, and it was a lot of fun.
It was good.
Yes.
And we saw that domino bloke, didn't we?
Yeah, Domino's Pizza,
Domino.
the magician, Dynamo.
Domino, he's bloody good though. The old card tricks.
Yeah,
I gotta say, I watched, Chris was periscoping and got a chance to check those out live as they were happening. It looked like you guys were having a great time.
yeah. Well, I
It
mean,
was all right.
we still, like everyone else, we can't really talk about touch itself as a device. We were able to check out some games and stuff. I think Robo Recall, Dead and Buried, and they had the Unspoken there as well. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, stop in, speak to Jason. He was actually a really nice dude,
So nice.
Walking into the room, wasn't entirely sure what it was going to be like because I've never been invited to anything like that in my life before.
No, it's very strange.
No, he was a really friendly guy. He had a lot of time just to stand and chat the shit with me and Chris and talk about VR in general. And it was really good, really good.
It was. I'd say you said it yourself, actually, Greg. He was like much more keen to talk to me and Gamer Muscle and you, wasn't he? I think I got the impression he liked talking to us because we were kind of like obviously VR fanatics, whereas the other guys in the room were kind of, just general technology people or YouTubers. You know what I mean? And we were just real fans, So he sort of gravitated around us most of the evening, which I really liked. I mean, I know Syndicate was there and all these other guys, and they're all cool guys. But I was more impressed with Jason Rubin. I thought he was a lovely guy. Really, really genuine.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And James from over at Gamer Muscle as well, really nice dude as well. Good to meet him in person.
Yeah, really, really nice guy. I'd never met him before. I don't know. You always think with these guys they're going to be, I don't know, different, I guess. But he was like super, super friendly and really relaxed and that. So gave us some good hints. But yeah, and we challenged. Well, I challenged him to a race in P cars, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, is it? I don't think I'm going to.
I don't know. I've jumped in the settle with him before. A long time ago now. Me and him had a little blast on a settle, and he accused me of being pissed because my driving skills weren't quite up to this.
He reminded me of Wayne. That's who he reminded me. The whole time I was talking to him, he had the same accent and everything.
He does. He does have that sort of mannerism about him.
I can see that from watching his videos.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man. Yeah, but it's all good, and we're having to be a bit cagey about it because we're not supposed to talk about, the stuff we saw, but NDAs and all that crap. But generally speaking, I think we can give a thumbs up. All I'll say is I'm really looking forward to Touch.
Yeah, I think just to clarify with you guys, so the embargo about talking about it ends tomorrow?
The 5th. Hold on a minute. What's
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is tomorrow.
So, yeah, I believe. I think it's
the 6th at midnight, isn't it? PS2.
I thought it was the 5th at midnight.
Oh, I don't know now. No, you've said it. I'm not sure.
I think it is
5th at midnight. I mean,
I think it's the 5th at midnight, Chris. 4:30 in the afternoon GMT, I think. Pretty much 100%.
So we out of the embargo? I'm going to double check that.
Sure, it's going to be fun to play some multiplayer games up in this joint, though, with all these crazy people.
Just yet, but you're getting close. So you guys will be able to blab about it tomorrow for sure. So, and I know there's a lot of people excited to hear more information, and so more to come.
Yeah,
more to come.
Yeah, definitely more to come.
Speaking of exciting,
that's for sure.
We got 53 new games launching for Oculus Touch, starting December 6th. And I mean, looking at this list here, I mean, there is a ton of good stuff about to hit. So what are you guys excited for?
There's a whole host of stuff in there. I'm quite looking forward to playing a bit more Dead and Buried. The 4-player multiplayer in there looks like it could be a lot of fun. Definitely what's it called again? That game that was meant to be VR and it wasn't VR.
Super Hot.
That's the one. Yeah, Super Hot's looking really nice. Looks like a lot of fun.
It does. I just looked back through my emails, and I'm not allowed to talk about anything until 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Yes.
So I can't say.
What about yourself, Don? What are you looking forward to?
Myself, quite a few. I mean, definitely Dead and Buried. I did get to play a little bit of the Unspoken when I did the Best Buy demo, and that was really cool, especially after, just being able to do the spells and craft the stuff, and but I think, obviously you guys know the one title that I am looking most forward to has been pushed back a little bit, but that's going to be Star Trek Bridge Crew. And then I'm also very much looking forward to Lone Echo. Yeah, I mean, Lone Echo, I really like the whole floating in space thing, that we got with Adrift. And then I got a chance to play some Detached. About a year ago on my channel, when I was doing some Leap Motion stuff, I did one for a game where you actually were kind of in that whole space station as exploding simulation, and you had to use your hands to push off of the environments. It was called Space Hiker 0G. And when I saw the trailer for Lone Echo, I thought immediately, oh my God, this is going to be like Space Hiker on steroids. Because just having to use your hands to actually move through the environment was so presence-inducing, it wasn't funny. Because you felt like you were in the spacesuit and you had the helmet on, and then you're using your hands and you're having to climb ladders and push off of surfaces. So I think that's just going to be mind-blowing.
Yeah, that does sound really cool. I mean, zero gravity stuff like that. That's got to be really exciting. Just shoving yourself away and drifting backwards. That's going to be cool.
Be something that'd be pretty cool to do, like a sensory deprivation tank.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting.
Might just go into my sex swing and just get that 0G.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and
a little feel of 0G there.
Probably shouldn't mention.
Disturbing thought, Chris in the gimp mask.
So what about you, Gamer? What are you looking forward to?
Definitely looking forward to some multiplayer action up in Dead and Buried, because I kind of like that little Western themed action shootout thing, 2 versus 2 on the opposite side. The Climb could be potentially very interesting now with the Oculus Touch support. Arizona Sunshine, maybe. I will give that a go, because, looks quite interesting. King Spray is something I'm looking forward to, especially when played with mates. We can have a lot of fun in that one.
Nothing like drawing giant phallic objects on
we can probably not be making a lot of YouTube videos, because everybody's going to be out of line. But and I Expect You to Die, which we have seen
very good game
for a while now, and that has some potential. Unspoken, and funny enough, VR Sports Challenge. I've never been a big fan of sports, but that one looked actually a little bit interesting. Super Hot, I'm not actually looking so much forward to that. I don't know why. I just feel like it's not quite there yet. I don't know. I'm not going to piss anybody off, but no. There's plenty to be excited about, though. So, let's hope these touch controllers get here very soon.
I don't know. I think the old Super Hot. I mean, I've always been a bit critical of Super Hot before because of the way it was kind of marketed to VR and then didn't come out on VR and all that stuff. But I'll give it credit. Apart from GTA 5, Super Hot is the only other monitor-based game I do play. It is good. I mean, I don't know what it would be like in VR, but as a monitor-based game, it's really excellent.
Right.
So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Got a feeling it'll be good.
I don't know. I think the whole slowing down time mechanic and things like that for the movement, and I think it's going to be really interesting in VR. I mean, but I got to agree with Chris. It's one of those things where it's kind of like, well, you need to win me back, because this was kickstarted as a VR game, and then they started delivering it to their Kickstarter backers without VR support. And then the whole, wait, no, we're going to make it better. And granted, they took the time to properly implement motion control in it. But it's still kind of like one of those once bitten, kind of things. You know, it's like.
Well, are they actually making Superhot's not like free on release for touch or anything, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Is it? Is it free?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
free.
Well, no. It's a free It's a free add-on if you already have the game.
Oh, it's a free add-on.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering. I mean, they would incur the wrath of the entire internet if they tried to charge for that as a separate game.
Oh,
and I was a bit
yeah,
worried they were going to do that.
Yeah, Reddit would blow up. So, but and just real quick to speak to Gamehard, because he said the climb, and that's one I actually went back and did a second Best Buy demo and got to try the climb with the touch controllers, and it changed the game completely. It never felt right playing it with the Xbone controller.
Precisely. No, I think it's going to open up a whole new game experience once you revisit the climb, and
the fact that now they upped the graphic scale so it doesn't look blurry anymore. So the clarity plus the hand controls, it was like a completely different experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the climb is something that I've never even covered in a video yet, and really the reason for that was I jumped in very briefly with the joypad and thought, I'm going to wait for touch before I do any sort of coverage of this.
Yeah. Well, another one, though, I'm very excited about, but this was not a touch release game as of now. This is, Lone Echo, of course, and this Arctica 1.
Arctica 1. I forgot about Arctica 1, yes.
Yeah. So those look phenomenal, though.
No, I'll tell you another one. It actually, Matthew Lake just brought this up, and I'm surprised none of us have touched on this. No pun intended. Because I know you guys were all about this game back on the Vive, is Onward. And Matthew was asking, does anybody know if Onward will have touch support? And it absolutely will. The developer got his touch. In fact, because of the Steam VR beta with the haptics, it's now pretty much confirmed it's going to have the haptics. I think the only news that's come out of Onward is that at initial release for Oculus Touch users, it is going to be more of a 180 experience than a 360. Obviously, if you set your cameras up right, you'll probably be able to negate that by just playing it through Steam VR. So.
Yeah, so look for us in Onward, all you motherfuckers out there, because we're gonna, bring it on, son.
Finally.
Oh, wait. Wouldn't that be cool, though, if the four of us went in Onward and we met four of maybe the viewers and we could just, get...
Oh, I'd love that.
Get killed again.
I've been saying we need to do that. We need to do that for, we've been talking about doing this for a while, like doing a meet and greet. But yeah, doing it in a game like that, come play against the Spies. I think that would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah, we keep talking about it. And Dead and Buried, you're absolutely right. Again, I'm not breaking any NDAs here, but that is a really fun experience. And especially if we can get like 4 people in there, it's really great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I managed to get a little 4-player session of that going when we were down in London, and I really enjoyed it.
I've got to say that it sort of had the feel of Hover Junkers, but without the complexity. Like Hover Junkers, there was a bit of a barrier to entry there. You know what I mean? You had to actually learn how to play the game.
But the thing with Hover Junkers as well, Chris, quite a lot of the time it's not full-on action because the maps they're not massive. Yeah, they're not massive, but they're a reasonable size, and you've got to find your opponents while flying your little hovercraft around. But whereas in Dead and Buried, you're just shooting things. You're just shooting opponents,
Yeah. I got a little chance to play Hover Junkers when I was borrowing Gaspar's Vive. And I agree. I mean, it was fun when the action was going on, but half the time I spent just kind of flying around the maps, just trying to find what to shoot at.
Where the hell am I? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I see the chat is, a little bit about, you're not, by the way, though, whoever said that, you're not the only one that haven't received the shipping mail from Oculus. A lot of people out there are struggling with the same thing, and so are some of the Spies as well. So,
I would just like it if Best Buy would at least tell me, hey, yours is actually sitting in the back room with your name on it. I mean, it still is sitting at processing, but yet people who ordered theirs for shipping from Best Buy 3 to 4 days ago have already gotten tracking numbers and their game codes, and I've got mine for in-store pickup, and no one can even tell me if it's at the damn store waiting for me on Tuesday. So,
wow, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
you need to have a mate in the back room who can smuggle it out the back.
That's
like that
what
guy
I'm
in Germany.
about.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there was a Best Buy where an employee put like 5 of them on the floor. This is a funny story I read last week.
On the floor. Oh my God.
Yeah, he actually put them out like they were ready to go for sale, and people started grabbing them and taking up to the register, and then getting pissed off when they would scan it in the register, and the register would go, can't buy this until the 6th because it's a timed release. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm sure somebody got a little talking to by their manager for doing that. But,
yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, there's just so much going on. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of an element, if we're brutally honest about this, right, Greg? We've especially been playing a lot with the Vive, and I know you guys, Gamard, you haven't, but Don, you have played with motion controllers.
3 weeks with the Vive.
Yeah, you had that for a few weeks, and it's taken the shine off a little bit for me. I mean, I am looking forward to it, but obviously I'm looking forward to the releases more than the controller, to be honest, although the controller is excellent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, in reality, the releases are pretty much the end game anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The touch itself is a requirement to make your VR that little bit more immersive. But regardless, you need the games there. You know, you need the games there for that wow factor. I mean, if all you were getting was Tetris, it wouldn't matter how great the touch controllers were. I mean, they could cook your dinner for you, but Tetris just isn't what you're looking for.
Yeah, you got a good point. Wow. And and like I said, I mean, looking over the list, I mean, 53 launch titles. Now some of them, admittedly, or some of them are Steam VR games that we've already seen before.
Some of them are duplicates, right? Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are duped. But there's some quality, there's some hidden gems in that list, and I think that going forward, we're going to start seeing the better quality stuff, getting closer to AAA quality stuff. I know Ubisoft is committed to jumping on the bandwagon. I read some really interesting articles about the Frostbite engine and how they use that. And so EA is literally about to start dipping their toe in the water, which they already have with the Star Wars map that's coming out. But I really think we're kind of on the precipice, man. I mean, we're about to start seeing the really cool stuff because it takes many years to make these highly polished games, and up until 2012, when Oculus kind of kickstarted the whole, hey, let's do open development and let's show everybody what we're doing. These games that we used to play back then, we never saw them coming until right before they released. So there's no telling what is out there in stealth mode right now.
It's interesting you say that, man, because we were talking with that Jason Rubin character, and he's the head of content at Oculus, and I did an interview with him, and that's going to go up on my channel, I think, tomorrow.
So looking forward to watching that.
I think the camera's stuck on you as well, Don. I don't know why. I think you might have clicked on it.
No, it's rotating.
But basically, essentially, he was saying, I asked the question, exactly the same question. I said, look, Steam content, they open the floodgates, right? And Greg, you say this all the time, and we talked to him very, very candidly about it. They opened the floodgates, and a lot of crap came in, right? And unfortunately, with Steam now, pretty much everything that went in the green light process got green lit because it had VR in the tag, right? And I said to the guy, look, how do you get that balance between getting the content in so people want to buy your product and actually having good content so people actually want to stay with your product? And he was totally 100% with us on this, right? He said he just won't let bad content in. He'll be focused on good content. If people disagree with him, then that's tough. You know what I mean? He's really hard line about it, and I really like that about the guy. Honestly, I thought it was actually, he got my respect at least.
That's refreshing. I mean, that just hopefully shows us that we're not going to see a line of crap, coming through the Oculus store. So
I see a couple of guys are talking about this game, Wilson's Heart.
Wilson's Heart, yeah.
Yeah, this is something we have been hearing about for a while, and from what I've gathered, it's meant to be very good. And what we can say about it, I've just brought it up here, and it says Wilson's Heart is set in a strange hospital, apparently sometime in the 40s or 50s. So the world is black and white, and its vibe is somewhere between Shutter Island, The Twilight Zone, and the early stages of 90s point-and-click horror game, Sanitarium. In my short demo, I woke up in the body of Robert Wilson, voiced by RoboCop's Peter Weller. I pulled off the restraints that I was inexplicably wearing and made my way out to an intercom, which shut it out as I tried to figure out what was going on. Within a few minutes, I had found a mysterious book and a dead man, but the nurses back in the hallway didn't believe me until a creature seemingly dragged them to their doom, and it was too late. So, I mean, yeah, I love games like that.
Dude, it's got that whole black and white film noir, 40s, 50s horror film look to it, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I mean, it kind of the thing I'm thinking about is because as of now, I feel like virtual reality is most definitely the strongest form of storytelling we have, because you can get so immersed in the story if it's done correctly. And a game that comes to mind immediately is, of course, Loading Human, which was just phenomenal, and I can't wait for episode 2. So I really hope to see more games like that in virtual reality, where you can just lose yourself in the story and just follow along.
Abduction has they have confirmed touch controller support.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, that is still right now my go-to. I mean, when I've got free time, when I'm not recording, when I'm not working, I'm going back in and playing Abduction. I mean, the puzzles are great. The atmosphere is just off the charts. The presence that you get in that game is phenomenal. They have free movement now, so no more of the choppy, turning. I mean, so you can freely move, and we're about to have our hands in that game. So highly recommend Abduction if you guys haven't checked it out yet.
Didn't it get, I mean, maybe it was actually your video I saw some comments on, and it got a bit slated, didn't it, for just being not very much content for one episode?
Well, no, Abduction's a full game.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking something else.
Yeah, Abduction is the spiritual successor to Myst and Riven. It's made by Obsidian.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean,
I'm thinking something else.
Yeah, it's actually it's one of the few full games that I can think of that we really have that's going to give you several hours of gameplay.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you for that, Paul. Oh, my boy, thank you for keeping the people in line in the chat there and shit, because I see people are talking about my summer car again, and yeah, my boy, you just missed one stream, so yeah, sucks to be you.
The summer car
is that going to have VR support?
No, not as of now. No, it would simply be too much of a demanding process to achieve. There wouldn't be a computer that could deal with it correctly, I would say, as of now. So that's at least that's what we're hearing from the developers.
You play it on like a NASA mainframe or something.
Yeah. Just hook into NASA or whatever.
It's kind of like the original Crysis, when nobody could get it to run, so they tried to run it on NASA.
And that was definitely the game to play. Crysis. Everybody was like, "Oh, how high can you get Crysis running?"
For the longest time, that was my benchmark. If I built a new system, I would throw Crysis on it, and if it could run Crysis, then it was a good system.
Yeah. Absolutely right, though. I remember those days. It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, while we're talking about touch as well, something that obviously this hasn't been confirmed at all, but I would love to see happen. I've been checking out quite a lot of DCS 2.0 lately, Digital Combat Simulator, and a lot of the cockpits in DCS have actual functional controls where you can touch and manipulate all the controls with your mouse, or I believe Leap Motion actually works with that at the moment, and I'm quite curious that if they've got Leap working in there, and it is a VR supported title, which it is, will they start thinking about maybe bringing in touch controls to that? Because it sounds quite bizarre that you'd have to take your hands off your HOTAS, but as it stands, you still have to do that to manipulate the controls and use the mouse. So you could, in theory, I suppose, have your touch controller sitting where you'd have your mouse, quickly pick it up, touch the controls in the cockpit. So I think that'd be really cool.
You said DCS supports Leap? Are we?
I believe it does. I believe it does.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, see, I've done that in Fly Inside FSX, which is the old Microsoft flight simulator using the Fly Inside, and it is mind-bogglingly cool to just be able to reach up and flip all the little switches and turn all the little knobs. So yeah, I mean, the presence in that would be off the scale. I mean, I'd actually like to see it to where you didn't even have to use the HOTAS, where you just had the touch controllers and you reached forward to grab a virtual throttle, or held a virtual stick inside the plane. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all, actually, to be, and you could potentially, have one hand on your stick. Don't get this the wrong way, boss. So one hand on the stick and the other one with the touch, So yeah. You could have a lot of fun in that one.
You could touch your stick with your hand. Wait.
Yeah, I said that.
You said man. Touch your stick.
Touch your stick. Everybody, grab your sticks. Let's do this shit. Aye. Okay.
Oh, Reckoner just brought up another one that I'm really looking forward to trying is the Doom 3 BFG mod. Yeah. I mean, the high resolution texture pack with Doom 3 BFG. It's kind of funny because, I mean, if you think all the way back to 2012 to the DK1 Kickstarter, that was kind of one of the promised games. And so now we're finally going to be able to play Doom 3 BFG in VR, but, even better because we're going to have our hands. So.
Yeah, and people are definitely, a couple of guys, touch controllers in flight sim would be fantastic. I think, Doom. What do I say now? I went to grab the virtual flight stick in the plane before. I don't know what these guys are up to, but okay, whatever.
Oh, he's basically Matthew's saying that basically he was so immersed he went to grab the flight stick even though it wasn't there.
Okay, now we're talking. That's VR for y'all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, that's, we were talking about that the other day. We were talking about leaning on things. And I remember the first time I did the desk demo in DK2, when I got my DK2, I literally almost busted my ass because I went and tried to put my hand to lean on the chair and it wasn't there.
It's just unbelievable, though, because you definitely get kind of transformed to another place and time, and you forget about your surroundings for a while, and yeah, unbelievable.
Hey, thanks, Paul Byron. You're cool, dude. Yeah, I like Paul. Paul rocks. Sorry, he was complimenting me on my beauty.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Shut up, baby. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, he got that shit down though. I'm gonna give him that.
Many years of practice. So love those little fuckers. That's actually, I kind of made a tweet about that the other day. Back in the 90s, there was a Beavis and Butthead game on, I think it was Sega Genesis, and it was called Virtual Stupidity, and it showed them wearing VR headsets on the cover. And I literally wanted to poke Mike Judge, the animator, on Twitter and be like, you've got all sorts of these great, animators coming out. I mean, you've got Pendleton Ward, you've got the accounting, coming from Squanch Tendo. So I would love to see them bring a virtual reality Beavis and Butthead and truly give us virtual stupidity in VR. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Though, what about this Rick and Morty VR thing that went
going on? Oh, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, that was the account. Okay, I see. Yeah. No, not that one. Not that one. I'm thinking about
Justin Roiland.
Yeah, was it that one? Because I remember specifically they were in this garage, in somebody's garage, and you had Ricky there.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like.
And you can interact with stuff in the garage and stuff like that. What was that though? I mean, is that something that that are potentially coming out to the people, or I don't know actually, because I forgot about it until now.
I don't know. What do you think, Greg the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
I'm not too sure. I never really checked out any of that Rick and Morty stuff. Didn't know what it was before it came out, and still don't know what it is. So
I saw it. I know what Richard's talking about. It was like you're in Rick's garage, and it almost looked kind of like Job Simulator. But I don't know if that was just a tech demo or if that was like kind of the prelude to accounting. Just them kind of playing around with it. So it'd be interesting to know if anybody knows out in the chat if that's actually something that we could play, because I love Rick and Morty. I mean, it's like literally one of my favorite shows right now, and I would love to actually interact in that universe.
Yep,
absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I'm a big fan of the TV show as well, as you know.
Oh yeah,
Love
absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait for the new season to start. Hopefully sometime soon.
Yes. Will Rick break out of jail? That's what we all want to know.
Yeah, I think
all I've heard is that this season is going to be like darker. I know
not with touch though, by the way.
Mr. Boylan was in Alt Space, and I think he got asked about that during one of the events with him and Reggie Watts, and he said, just hold on to your seats, because this year Rick and Morty's going to take a little bit of a different turn, and Rick is going to be a darker character.
A darker character. He's already
I was going to say, how can you not? I mean, so
I don't know how they can make him worse.
Yeah,
he's just a monster. But anyway, okay.
I can see Matt Poole's comment in there talking about bringing the touch support into Vorpex. He can't wait to see if that happens. So far, not really heard anything about whether touch will be supported in Vorpex. Old Ralph went a bit dark there for a while, went a bit quiet. There has been a recent update to Vorpex a few weeks back, but yeah, he just seemed to go a bit quiet for a while. So be interesting to see if he does come and bring some sort of motion control support.
I think it'd be kind of difficult, though. I mean, it's just adding another layer of emulation. So.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I think so too. That would be a quite amount of. That would be a hard task to overcome, though. I think in a program like that, but who knows? Though.
Well, that kind of brings up another question I've been seeing pop up on Reddit a lot lately: is will we be able to emulate the Xbox One controller with the touches? So even just playing those games that are not motion controller with the just dual separated hands. And I mean, I could see that the layout looks really similar. I think you'd be missing the D-pad is about all you'd really be missing.
That's a good question. You haven't got you probably have got the bumpers, haven't you?
Yeah, because you've got the trigger.
You got the triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, I mean, if anything, you'd probably be missing the right and left bumper. I mean, because you'd have the two triggers, and then you'd be missing the D-pad. But, for some basic experiences, I think that'd be cool, not having to sit here like this, just being able to kind of just chill with two controllers in each hand. So.
Yeah, definitely.
So definitely something to look into.
Indeed. Well, I'm quite excited about it anyway.
IG has been very, very busy man lately. Paul Byron is asking, speaking of Vorpix, where is IG83? We're missing Wayne, man, but he has been working his tail off.
Yes, busy with his new house and his job, and he's been a busy dude.
Decorating.
Yes.
Hey, Greg. Whiskey in a wine glass.
Nice.
I have mine.
Very classy. Very classy.
I have mine in a rather festive little.
That's nice. I like that.
Looks a bit like a urine sample,
It does. It sure isn't. What is it? What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm just on the average stuff tonight. I'm on the old bells. Nothing exuberant for me this evening.
Octanashan. I'm having the...
Octanashan, yes.
Octanashan. I like an Octanashan. No, I'm having I'm on the double black tonight. The old...
Nice.
Yeah, with a touch of ginger wine to make it Christmassy.
With a touch of ginger wine. No
touch.
No pun.
Right. What else has been going on, guys? There must be something else.
Apparently, Wayne did some 4K ETS the other day.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that. It looked nice.
Did really?
Yeah, it looked really nice.
Nice.
So I missed that memo. I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on you guys. This is terrible. I think I've missed a whole bunch of stuff. I've been quite enjoying Caleb's streaming recently with the old drones.
Yeah, he's really into the drones lately.
Yeah, he's gone towards drones now. He's got himself a couple of little drones and that, and he's doing like footage around the place. And yeah, it's quite good actually. I quite like it. It's a bit of a left field, isn't it? It's not VR.
I saw a post from the other day. How do you capture aerial footage of a drone? Well, with another drone. So that would be kind of interesting to see a drone's perspective of a drone capturing footage. So, but no, I think I think it's cool that it seems like we've all been doing a little more streaming lately. I know I did a live stream last night. Was really happy to get the Pinball FX2, the full package, and went through and checked out all
Game
the
Hard
tables on
distracting me.
What?
What are you doing, Game Hard?
Oh, that probably looked a little suspicious. Yeah, I forgot about it. No, I was playing with my Game Boy. My Game Boy. Okay,
Playing with your what boy?
My Game Boy.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
you're playing with your Game Boy.
Game Boy. That's what I call it. Yeah.
You're all out of focus.
Yeah.
Your camera's
I forgot about that. You know.
I love Greg's new headset too. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
If you just put a little line and a smiley face, it'll look like my emoji.
I just imported that from China.
Oh, and also though, talking about gadgets and fun stuff, check out this. Where are we?
It's a mini arcade.
Yeah, check out this little retro arcade, and it actually works. Look at it.
That's awesome.
I can turn it on, and it contains like 200 freaking games on this shit.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I had one of those that I think. What did I have? I had like Pac-Man when I was like in 6th grade or something.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we do have.
If you could have sent one of those back in time, imagine how much you would have freaked yourself out 20 years ago or something like that.
Or if you could shrink down, if you could shrink down and stand in front of it.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Even a game on there. You see that?
So that actually brings me to another thing that I am looking really forward to playing with the touch controllers, because I have yet to really check out new Retro Arcade Neon. And guy released a ROM pack out on Reddit a couple of weeks ago that actually added, I think it was like 43 real world arcade games back into it. So, yeah. So,
talking of Guy, I'm actually really looking forward to the update for via Virtual Desktop. I was checking out Guy Godin's latest sort of trailer for implementing touch control into VR Desktop. He's bringing in a VR keyboard that you can tick with the touches, and it looks great. Looks really nice.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, I saw that trailer as well, and I was like, oh man, it's like we're getting so much closer to Minority Report, Yeah,
to be able
to manipulate my desktops and
not having to come out at all. Boot your PC up, put your headset on, off you go with the touch from desktop into games back. If you like checking out that dirty stuff, well, you can go in there too.
You can touch with your touch.
Indeed.
More bad puns.
Give it a little 5-finger knuckle shuffle or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go. I've made myself an Amstrad VR. I got the idea from chat there.
That's awesome.
Reckoner VR's idea, this one. But it's that, Alan Sugar's going to be patenting this stuff straight away. Didn't they do a thing on The Apprentice on UK TV just recently where they had to do some kind of VR thing? I think they did. I didn't watch it.
I think that's what they were referencing in the chat, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look, very odd. Very odd.
Huh.
Anyway, Nafi asked a question earlier there, which we kind of missed. He said, subject slightly outside of VR, you guys notice any differences on YouTube? I heard it's broken and a lot of VR tubers are in trouble. I don't know what that's about. What's that about?
Give me a break, man.
Well, I know they were like whining about losing subscribers, like some of the bigger channels.
Yeah. It's like,
so is this a Nafi only thing? Is this...
No, I wasn't saying that. I'm saying like articles that I read. These were like really big channels, and they were saying that apparently it's been some stuff that's been broken with YouTube for a while. Like some content creators were saying, "Hey, why aren't people getting notifications when I start a live stream or when I post a video?" And even a smaller channel like I've noticed it. I mean, not everybody always gets that notification when I post something new, but they were saying that basically every time they posted a video, they were losing subscribers instead of gaining subscribers.
That happens to me all the time. I just put that down to just not being very well liked. But you know,
Well, yeah.
I don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, but I think the main
saying something about Trump.
The main problem he's referring to now is the algorithm has changed on YouTube. So a lot of these popular guys that usually gain a couple of millions views easily are now dropping, and they are dropping fast. Also, there was an issue where YouTube kind of unsubscribed people, even though they never did unsubscribe to different channels. So, but I mean, when it comes to Nathy, it's it's simply because it's a shitty ass channel, and he's it has nothing to do with
that's not
with
true.
YouTube,
No,
man. Come on,
that's not true.
What?
We like Nathan. Come on.
Oh, okay. So, that's a good channel. All right.
He's awesome.
Okay. Did I fix the camera though? I'm trying to instead of I'm always being mirrored here or. So,
oh yeah, hey, yeah. Now we can read your shirt. It's not backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm very proud of this shirt. I bought it myself.
Beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's not repus yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's yeah.
Yeah, there you go,
Oh,
VR
terrible.
Vibe. We should start a YouTubers union. There you go.
We should.
So
We definitely should.
get the union on them. So,
Well, I mean, after that little event down in London and sitting, well, not sitting, but having a drink with some VR dudes, it would be amazing to have some sort of crazy VR piss up, done in VR on a regular basis, just getting a whole group of guys in and sitting there with your Rift on in a sort of social place, just chatting shit and having a few beers,
Yeah. The thing is that we could do it in Drunken Bar Fight, that game. That looks quite fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the perfect one though.
Have you tried that one? Who's tried that one?
not yet.
No, it's a Vive one, isn't it?
They sent the
that's a live
keys,
one, yeah.
but it's a Vive game, so until there's touch controller support,
You got a key? I haven't even got a key for it. I actually asked
get a
for
key
a key
for it?
in that game one. No, I think this guy must be holding a grudge about the whole laser thing. I think he's one of those guys.
They'll burn your eyes, Chris.
Yeah, lasers are dangerous though.
I mean,
No, I
screwed,
think
man.
I got a key. If I did, I'll send it your way since you can make use of it. So.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Don. I wouldn't actually mind having a Drunken Bar Fight. I haven't had one for quite a while.
Yeah.
I can see VR Vibe something. YouTube can move the game pieces any way they want, and all we can do is comply and complain. No power. That's much like in society as of now as well, right? There's not.
They hold
power to
all
the
the
people.
cards, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well.
we just
Sure
keep doing
do.
our thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just keep doing your thing, guys. I mean, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get better. But obviously, I mean, if things like that are going on, it really does behoove all of us to speak our minds about it. I mean, if it's a problem, then they need to know about it.
Oh, it's me just showing off my toys, all right? So fuck y'all, I'm doing it anyway.
And Nafi, I've just had a look at my stats, and I agree. Actually, I haven't had any subs in the last 3 days, which is a bit odd because I've actually been really doing a lot of uploading recently. So there you go.
Well,
YouTube is broken.
Well, I think
It is.
actually
I want
there's
it
technically
fixed.
something broken right now because they have a message up. Like apparently, it's only reporting something. Like there's something wrong with YouTube reporting right now and the analytics. So.
I don't feel like that because I've been very lucky the last couple of days now, and I'm starting to get worried.
You've been killing it.
Yeah, so
You have been killing it.
it's I don't know what's going on there, but it's cool though. I must.
You
say.
have been killing it. About time, man.
Looks like I should be killing it just now.
Yeah.
Or you should be killed. Burn it with fire. Like burn that with fire. Seriously.
We're just mucking around now.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do best. I mean, it's what the fine folks paid to see right here. What the fudge?
What the fudge? They want to see my summer car. Well, I'm afraid not.
No, go to Gameheart's channel. He streams
Not
that
on
all
this
the time.
Yeah. Head over there, man. There's a new live stream. Went out just now, so you missed that one. It's a good one. We'll
Just
check
need
it
to
out.
bug the devs, see if you do it in VR. But
Actually, speaking of live streaming, I think I've mentioned this to you guys, or at least I know I've mentioned it to Greg. When you're live streaming, if it'll inject, use that damn V app. It's awesome. You can actually see the chat window inside the game.
But the thing is, it never works, and also it only works if the application you're playing managed to run at 90 frames per second. Because if it caps down to 45 with this asynchronous space warp, V bullshit is not going to work. So I've had no luck with that.
I haven't seen that, Gamehard. I've seen mine dip to 45. What it does is the interface doesn't stay up top. You have to hit Shift to bring it back up.
Okay.
Shift.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I tried giving it a go earlier in American Truck Simulator. Has anyone actually got that working?
It doesn't work in American Truck Simulator. There's a few games that it doesn't work in. Technically, it kind of mostly works with the stuff that runs from Oculus Home and a few things that run from Steam, as long as they have native Oculus. So they're not using Steam VR because it requires an overlay. But I'm just mentioning it. It made my life a hell of a lot easier when I was streaming Elite the other night. I mean, just being able to have that chat window up in the cockpit and not have to constantly be lifting my visor to respond to people in the chat.
Didn't you crash into the sun or something?
I did not crash into the sun. I actually got interdicted, and my Xbox controller logged out, and it wouldn't log back in, and V was up, so I couldn't get V off the screen, and I lost my ship. There was some tragedy there. So now I have $1,000 in the bank, and I'm broke.
I probably shouldn't try and twist the stream onto an Elite thing, but you can make money pretty fast in Elite at the moment, man, and you can rank up through the Navy really fast in Elite. So it's worth jumping in there if you can.
I got to get back in there, man. I got to get back in there. I've actually shifted in preparation for Touch here. I've shifted my entire system to the living room. So currently, I don't have anything to put my HOTAS on, but I extended my cables. I've got about a good 6 to 8 extra feet of cable now. I can walk all over the living room. So. As Greg likes to say, Oculus, where's my touch?
Yeah, man. I tried extending my cable with one of these pumps that you get before, but it didn't seem to work,
I just bought
why are you going watching videos over there, man? What's up with that? What's up with that, Paul? This is bullshit.
What's he doing?
Somebody what?
Yeah. No, man, it's just, story of my life. You bitch. But anyway, no, I mean, so what we're talking about?
We're talking about extending cables. Greg was saying he tried to extend his. I just bought 2 of the cheapest shitty cables I could out of my college retail source. They're by a company. Well, I probably shouldn't say shitty and then this company's name, but they're by a company called Professional Cable that deals with college retail a lot. So I order cables for the store for them. So I was like, yeah, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. And I bought a 6-foot HDMI extender and a 6-foot USB 3 extender. And I kind of took a page from Caleb's book and I just kind of meshed them together and kind of taped them and put them in some wire wrap and made up my own breakout. And it's working swimmingly. I mean,
so this reminds me, though, I don't know why this suddenly appeared in my brain, but I mean, have you guys heard of the game Full Throttle? It was a very old game. Back in the day. That shit is. Yeah. Did you see my post on? I think it was on Facebook. Yeah, it's being remastered now. Remastered. So I'm like, whoa. This is dope. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love the art style. I mean, the whole book-looking art style. So, and is that coming to VR or is that?
No, I doubt it's going to be VR. Full throttle. Full throttle. There we go. Yeah.
Full throttle. Yeah. Now it looks
like I used to love a lot of those games back in the day, like Zack McCracken and
Oh yeah, you had Zack McCracken, Simon the Sorcerer.
Simon the Sorcerer. Yeah.
And another one. What's that called?
I'll tell you the one I loved is Terry Pratchett's Discworld.
Oh yeah, Discworld. Oh, that was
Discworld was phenomenal. Oh, yeah, man. I love that game.
Yeah, absolutely cool, man. I remember that one. Nice head, man. Monkey Island VR, please. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Monkey Island VR would be fantastic. I don't know. I cut my teeth on all those point and click adventure games back in the day. I think one of the ones that I'm most disappointed was, and I actually even had a beta of this, but they dropped VR support for it. Was Tex Murphy.
You know what we need though?
FMV
Talking about
games.
these old school games, we need Larry. Larry shoots
Larry.
everything. You know, now that we got touch controllers, holy shit!
Yeah, that would be disturbing.
Oh, yeah, clap yourself to death.
Yeah.
Very push for absolutely. I would die for Discworld in VR. That would be an amazing experience. So
what else?
And we'll see. It might happen.
Yeah, might die waiting for touch, but
Who's
I keep checking my email just in
VR
case.
glasses. That's so dope.
I check my damn Best Buy order status like 1,500 times a day.
No, I'm just waiting on my email. I'm not even like really.
Here, I'm gonna check it right now. I'm gonna check this shit.
Yeah, I'm checking it now. I've been checking it 5 times in the stream. I think.
Yeah, let's check our emails, everybody. It's email time. Here we go.
Everybody.
Email time.
One item pre-ordered. Wait, here we go. Wait,
hold on.
Awaiting authorization and processing.
Are you actually logging in? That's okay. I'm gonna log in. I've not actually logged in before.
Well, no. This is Best Buy. I mean, mine's Best Buy.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
I'm
really kind of kicking myself. I probably should have just kept the Oculus order, and then just sold one. You know, just got two. Whoever shipped it first, and just sold the other one.
You could have
got money for it.
Well,
yeah, I should have went with HTC.
Probably could have got a premium for it for the fact that Amazon's now saying that anybody who ordered after November 23rd isn't going to get them until January 2017.
You are kidding me.
No.
Wow. So there's actually going to be a shortage on these things.
There is going to be a shortage. Yeah. Now, I mean, that's from Amazon. I don't know about Oculus Direct or Best Buy, but that was a post that came out on Reddit yesterday, kind of a big flag. And apparently today, some people over in, I want to think it was Germany, which is ironic because, you know, they're the ones that broke the street date and have been selling in the stores. People were getting notices from Amazon in Germany who had a guaranteed December 6th delivery date, now stating that they would be informed of when they're going to get it, because apparently Amazon over there did not receive their stock. Yeah.
Anybody remember Mech Warrior? I was just thinking about it.
I remember Mech Warrior.
Wait, this one's for Chris. So back in the day, when I used to play VR back in the 90s, I used to play Mech Warrior 3, and it was awesome.
Say that. Was that you?
That'd be Grandpa Don of VR.
I'm getting confused there, man. You got that shit.
Post-it note ready for that one, Chris? He's waiting for it.
I haven't got it with me.
Well, what I was trying to was those controllers for Mech Warrior was totally awesome. That big ass controller you could have.
Oh, that was so cool. Fit on the desk. I mean, yeah, it's like a whole console. So, but no, actually, even back on the crappy VR of the 90s, Mech Warrior was an awesome experience. And I'll tell you the one that I'm really looking forward to for that, obviously not touch related, but Vox Machine.
Remember we played that back in the days, you know.
On the subject of mechs, something that I would love to see is Hawking. Because Mech Warrior, it's cool, but it's slow paced. Hawking was supposed to be VR. It dropped VR, but it was very fast paced and a lot of fun.
I played it on my DK1, and well, I mean, it was kind of in the original Oculus Kickstarter trailer. I mean, you know, you had Doom 3, BFG, and you had Hawking, and we never got either one of them. So
you've kind of got Doom 3 BFG at the moment, but
through a mod.
Kind of.
Well, I think we touched on that earlier. I mean, I'm very much looking forward to playing Doom 3 BFG in VR. Hell, I actually went back recently using my Gear VR and played the original Doom in VR. Because there is through Sideload VR, you can actually get the original Doom. You can put the high resolution texture packs in it, and you can play it. And you can even play it in multiplayer right from your Gear VR.
So this Doom BFG thing. Oh, sorry, Chris. Go on.
No, I was just saying I've played Quake. In VR, and that was actually really fun. But I'm trying.
You can play the original Duke Nukem, Quake. Yeah, there's a mod for those old games.
Is Doom BFG? Does the BFG still stands for Big Fun Gun, or what's up with that? Oh, okay.
Big fancy gun.
Yeah, big fancy gun or big fun gun or whatever it was. Yeah.
Big
Cool.
fucking gun it is. Big fucking
Oh, I
gun.
know.
All hail King Greg.
Yeah. The king of being blunt.
Bow on your knees, peasants.
It's the VR king. It's the VR king.
Yep.
Right.
Oh dear me.
That's awesome. You guys are.
We should be the king of VR, though. I definitely think we are. We have the pure heart. You know, if there was a sword in a stone somewhere, if this had anything to do with VR, we would be the chosen ones. Okay, not Nathan and all these bullshit guys. You know, it's us, guys. Get it together.
Somebody's about to start a war.
Nah, man. But come on, we are the true, authentic VR. We started doing VR. Our first freaking videos, guys, were VR, playing this shit. Look, I can even fucking prove it. Okay, look at this. Look at this shit.
I wish I still had
DK1. Okay, first videos that rolled on. Good old DK1.
You don't have yours done?
No, I sold it. I actually kind of did the whole roll-up thing. So like when I got DK1, I sold it, and I actually sold it at a profit after using it for a year to buy the DK2. Same thing with the DK2. I sold my DK2 for like $800, man.
Well,
yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't have any of my old headsets.
I kind of wish I sold mine, but they're sitting all over here, and I've got them. But yeah, I find it the same way. I just, how did you do that, Greg? That's hilarious. That's the best drawing of touch I've ever seen. That's very accurate. I thought it was just like a very sad cloud.
Well, that's what my kids keep saying. That I know that's been posted on Reddit, but every time my daughter Emily sees the box for the touch, she says, "Daddy, why does it look so sad?"
Or angry.
She says, "Yeah, it's actually." She's like, "It's either sad or mad." And she goes, "Is it emulating your feelings because you don't have them?" She actually said that to me the other day.
What?
She did. She's very advanced. She's like, "Daddy, that looks so sad or mad." She goes, "Is that emulating your feelings because they haven't sent yours yet?" I was like, out of the mouths of babes, man.
You were like,
yeah.
You're like, go to your room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I didn't.
Just tuning in, though, everybody. This is a bunch of batshit crazy VR enthusiasts, also known as the VRSpies. So welcome to the podcast, y'all. We're just hanging out, talking a little bit about games we loved and used to play, and virtual reality, and Oculus Touch, and all that shit. So, yeah, welcome. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
What are we?
We got a question here that kind of relevant. So VR Vibes wondering, have we spent any time in the social VR sites? Well, yeah. For me, it's VR Chat. I love VR Chat. Alt Space is all right, but I don't know. I love VR Chat.
Myself and Game Hard were actually at big screen the other night, just sitting in there thinking about chatting with some people who were in, some Vive users, some Rift users. We were just randomly watching videos and stuff in there, and yeah, it's cool. It was cool. It's the first time I've been in social VR in quite some time. But yeah, it was good fun.
Never tried big
I like
screen.
V-Time. V-Time is pretty cool. Yeah.
Big Screen was one of those ones I got really excited about. I've never even booted it up. I never even looked at it.
Oh, Chris, you got to try Big Screen.
Yeah, you should definitely give it a go. And the
like
fact
literally,
that you
since
have
there's
your
only,
own little...
I was gonna say, since there's only 4 of us here right now, we could literally be in Big Screen, playing games, watching movies together. We could all see each other's screen. It's freaking awesome.
It's really good.
You've got the big screen in front of you, so you could literally go in the home theater sort of environment, throw on a movie to watch, and on your little screen in front of you, you could be playing a 2D monitor game on a small screen while watching a movie on a big screen. It's pretty crazy.
On the big screen.
Paul is wondering, are you touched in the head, Greg?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got touch on the brain.
Yeah, man. The old doctor dropped me at birth.
Yeah. When I was baptized, I think they held me underwater for a little bit too long. So that's my excuse.
Now you've made into whales.
I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Booyah.
Oh man, you're really causing a rift with these jokes. Oh, we have fun.
So what
other games did we play?
Yeah, what's the next game we all get together and play? What's that going to be though? Any suggestions?
I think it's going to be Dead and Buried.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. You know, hey man, if the stars aligned just right, I have taken Tuesday off, so I will actually be around at a decent hour.
So let's skip the question over to the people that are viewing this shit now. I mean, guys, what game would you like to see us play though in multiplayer now with all these new games coming along? Tell us, man. What would be cool to see us battling it out in? Okay.
Yeah, we haven't done a multiplayer for ages.
No, we haven't. Well, you know, as I was telling, we were talking about that earlier, and I think that now, you know, once the consumer hardware came out, we all kind of split. Like half of us got Vives, half of us got Rifts, and it kind of became a little more of a chore to play together. And I think now, once the touch controllers get here, it's going to put everybody back into the same playing field, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be a lot easier for us to all get together and find something common that we can play.
Yeah, but basically when we sort of as a group split between Vive users and Rift users, it kind of multiplayer wise restricted us to mainly cockpit and based games. Yeah, so like racing sims, elite stuff like that, you know. And it'll be really nice to be able to jump back in with you guys and just do some crazy multiplayer.
We're getting some votes for Onward. You know, like I said, it's definitely hot on my list.
I'm looking forward to checking out Virtual Warfighter again. I've only actually been in that a couple of times. I had a lot of fun. I was in with, I think, yourself, Chris, Wayne, and Caleb.
Yeah, I remember when you guys did that video.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was very early days for the title, but Anders has been beavering away and working on some new stuff. Beaver. Yes, Beaver. Mm-hmm. I think he's even got door mechanics in there now, so that you can like open doors. You could have two guys come up to a door, one guy open the door from one side, and the other peek around with the gun and start blasting. You know, for a bit of cover.
Do some breaching action. That's going to be awesome. So, but yeah, now Dead and Buried, Onward. What else is there good that we could do multiplayer? I know some people are saying like some of the social stuff like Rec Room. I still have yet to check out Rec Room, but I'm hearing really good things about it.
I'm voting for Onward. I think Onward is definitely the way to go. Absolutely. Let's get it
better. Oh, I love that.
I suppose you've got the unspoken. You've got the unspoken for multiplayer as well. Although that's a two-player experience.
Yeah, I think GameHard mentioned it earlier. King Spray. We can all go in there and draw on the wall together.
Yeah, man.
You know,
it's gonna be dope.
Paul wants you to blow that cartridge.
Hey, man. What? I just did the cartridge. Shit's working.
That's old school.
Blow it.
If you can see
that is cool, man. That's had a lot of love, that Game Boy, man.
Lips together and blow.
Yeah. Oh, this is dope, man. Good old Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Reckoner had a good point. Pool Nation. I mean, we even had like a tournament going on in Pool Nation, and you know, and I kind of brought it up earlier. One of the things, because it just takes me back to my childhood, is New Retro Arcade, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't that multiplayer now?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So we could all throw down virtual quarters and be like, "I got next." You know.
Yeah.
I might give myself a virtual Botox now. Actually, see if I can do that. Yeah,
I can go from Botox to non-Botox quite easily. But, yeah. Bring up the old crazy head. And then non-Botox. Botox. Non-Botox. Botox.
How did you get Don's thermostat? Dude, my boy. No, they're... Whenever they see the...
What are you talking about?
No, whenever they see that damn thermostat you have over your head, they think about the Game Boy for some odd reason. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. So, No, I like to know how cold it is upstairs versus downstairs. The kids' room gets really cold at night. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure. What else was I looking forward to? Oh, Medium.
Yeah.
Medium, I'm looking forward
Medium.
to. I've been watching some people building some crazy looking
Quill
characters and
looks
stuff
pretty
in
good
there.
too. Quill.
Quill and Medium look very good. Medium, I think, it's got the edge for me though, because I don't know. It's more like, instead of painting, it's more like sculpting, isn't it?
Sculpting,
modeling.
Building 3D models and crazy looking characters.
Oh, can you 3D print out of that?
Yes,
I do.
yes, you can.
Can you?
You can.
Yes.
Oh wow, that would be
People have
great.
been talking about creating things in Medium and then 3D printing them. In fact, when I read that, you're the first person I thought of. I was like, oh my god, Chris is going to make some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm going to make some crazy stuff.
Did you all see those? Did y'all see those new 3D printers now? They use this kind of liquid and oxygen and shit, and it prints like in 15 minutes. You have a done sculpture, so to speak.
Space age polymer.
Oh yeah, so it just sucks it out, doesn't it? And it uses lasers.
Yeah,
lasers.
No, I don't know if it was lasers, but I don't know exactly how it works. But don't talk about lasers. First rule of VR: don't talk about lasers.
Don't make me angry.
They'll burn your eyes out.
Yeah, lasers are dangerous. So yeah, what about that's something I just recall as well. These new lighthouse trackers from HTC Vive is now going to be using only one motor, right? Have you seen that? I guess you don't.
Really?
I heard about that.
That's a bit of a worry. So that's like saying that they are definitely going to burn out, and we're all screwed.
Definitely, we knew this. I could tell you this right before you bought that shit. It's going to burn out. Of course it is. It's moving parts. What do you think? But now they have, I don't know why they went with one engine, but they did. I saw it somewhere. I think.
You know what? I'm worried now that they've actually already started burning out.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, because effectively it's like a hard drive motor, isn't it? And a hard drive continually spinning could die in as little as a couple of years. And if you're unlucky and you mistreat it or whatever, and I don't know, I'm just a little bit worried about it now.
But this, remember, guys, this is just our own personal opinions. We don't know nothing about it.
Let's
really.
put the disclaimer: the opinions of VRSpies do not necessarily reflect.
No. Lasers are dangerous, and they will kill your children.
You've heard deformities in your grandkids. Yeah. But Tom Thomason has a good point. He's like, I would love to see, and this gets brought up all the time, but I'd love to see Alien Isolation and CV1. Who's brave enough? I'll take that challenge any day.
Yes. I would love
things
to
running
get back in
around.
there.
Count me out. Hell yeah.
That Jason Rubin guy, he was going on about that, wasn't he, at the event? He was talking about that. Saying about how much he loved it. And
Sega's teased it. They have teased it. So, I mean, there is a chance that we will see a either revamp of Alien Isolation or, something coming out of them. But I got to tell you that still, I mean, if I think of horror in VR, that is like the scaredest I've ever been in a VR experience.
And then Reckoner VR says, I tell you what, Doom 3 VR is the closest to Alien Isolation at the moment. All right.
It looks really good. I mean, the mods that these guys are pulling off look phenomenal. So, cool, multiplayer in Alien Isolation Protocol, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you know what we need though? We need some all these games like Rainbow Six and all these.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome in VR if we could all jump in there and
100%.
Phenomenal.
That'd be fun though. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, and I know it got brought up earlier in the chat, like if you scroll way back up, but I'd really like to see Half-Life 2 again. I don't know. I really enjoyed
absolutely.
playing Half-Life 2, and I'd love to see somebody either modded or, hey, Valve, maybe, get off your ass and release
something about it. Yeah,
like 3.
I'm not being funny, but it's getting so stupid now. Why can't they do a friggin' Half-Life 3? It's getting to a point where it's become like mythical.
At this point, it literally, I don't think it would ever live up to the hype, and I think they know that.
I think that's the problem.
I mean,
that is the problem.
It's like the Duke Nukem forever. You know, it's like it took what 12 years to come out, and it was crap. You know,
it really wasn't good. It was terrible.
Well, it's like at the very beginning of the game, and I don't remember the actual quote, but you know, you've got Duke Nukem, he's sitting there and he's playing a game on his big screen. It's like during the intro, and the two girls are doing their thing, and they say something about the game, and you know, it's like something about looking forward to the Duke Nukem game, and he goes, "Is it going to be good?" And he goes, "Well, it better be because it took fucking 12 years to get here." So it's like,
I like those kind of
fun of their own stuff, but it's like, I don't know. You know, Valve has always, with the launch of a Half-Life game, it has always ushered in a new technological era in first-person shooter gaming. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you would think that, okay, well, VR, you know, but I just don't see them doing it. And if they did do it, I would probably see it that they would probably put it out as some schlocky, campy little experience versus a full game. And
well, they've done that with Portal, right?
Yeah,
I mean, Portal is that the Portal VR experience is
well,
kind of cool.
That's a mod though. That's a fan-made mod. You're talking about Portal Stories?
Yeah, is that a mod?
No, that's a mod. That's not.
I didn't know that. It's a very good mod.
Yeah, in fact, actually, there was a post about that on Reddit today, and so I looked at it, and it said fan-created mod, and apparently the modders have actually just formed their own studio. So they've gone from being modders to an actual studio. I heard it was pretty good. You know, pretty short, but pretty decent. But
I tried it for a little while. It was very good.
Where is a Portal game? You know, Portal would be phenomenal in VR. I mean, just that mechanic. You know, you've got the gun. Now we've got touch controllers or Valve wands. I mean, you know, being able to aim it. I don't know. I don't know what Valve is thinking by not pursuing these.
It doesn't make any sense.
Franchises in VR.
Yeah.
But you've got things like, you know, you've got Counter-Strike Source, you know, and I know what's happening there, and Greg, you'll agree with this, right? It's all to do with the esports stuff, right? The esports guys are, I guess, putting blockers on VR.
Yeah, they don't
Wouldn't you say that that's happening? They need a league, a VR league. What the hell's going on?
I agree with you, Protocol. He says, do you think major developers are hesitant given how quickly things are changing in VR space? And yeah, I definitely do think major developers are on the fence as of now because the numbers are not clear enough. And yeah, as the one say here, push for more major developers are waiting for numbers to stack up. Then he says,
but they've been waiting a while. I mean, VR has been in the pipeline for a long time.
Yeah, but we're not there yet, though. But then Matthew Lake comes in and says, yeah, which is why Oculus are putting hundreds of millions into developing better quality content. So
that's true. Right. That's very true. You know, and I mean, it really does go back to what I said earlier in the show, guys. We don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And I mean, if it's a truly large AAA studio, damned if they're going to be open about it. You know, it's going to hit us out of the blue. You know, I would suspect anywhere in the next 12 to 18 months, we're going to start seeing the first inklings of true, absolutely AAA stuff. You know, I mean, you've got Ubi is dipping their toes in the water. I mean, we do already have Fallout 4 confirmed as VR, but you know, is it going to be teleport? Is it going to be traditional movement? There's always so many, you know, what ifs about these games that you're hearing about. But
it's probably just going to be a turret-based wave shooter.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
no. What's his name? Todd Howard did speak about that recently, basically confirming that they are going for the full Fallout 4
No, it is
experience.
All of Fallout 4.
I didn't know that. That's great.
But what they haven't confirmed is it definitely just teleport or can I run around? I would really like to run around, not just teleport in there.
Exactly.
And properly explore, you know. And there was another dude commenting in the chat. I have no idea how to say his name, like Diraguis or some sort of strange sounding name, but he was talking about Thief. It'd be nice to see Thief in VR. I think Thief would be a superb title for VR. Yeah, sneaking around in the dark and bludgeoning people in the back of the head, sneaky style, you know.
Greg, Hitman.
Hitman. I was about to say you took the words out of my mouth.
Proper Hitman in VR. I'd be gone. You know what I mean? I would be gone.
sounding game. I think that would really work. But Thief, for the same reason, that kind of, really fast, kind of fast-paced FPS type games are fun. But when you get a real atmosphere in a game, like with Thief or Hitman, that really makes you feel like you're there. That kind of presence.
Yeah, slow and atmospheric, man, for the win.
Definitely closer to real life.
You could just imagine sneaking up behind some dude with a fiber wire with a touch and throttling the life out of him.
You looked a little enthusiastic about that.
Kitchen knife, you know what I mean? Grabbing the kitchen knife right between the eyes with the kitchen knife, man. That would be so satisfying.
They've just decided not to do it because it might just breed a new generation of psychopaths. Yeah, you just blew it, man. There was a guy out there, like a developer, just thinking about developing. He's like, you know what? No.
Murder Simulator VR. Yeah.
Gonna have like Greg going around like taking out all the pikeys.
Nice.
Oh dear. Right, how are we doing for time?
Well, we're way over time.
We've been
40
chatting for an hour and a
minutes, 40
half now.
minutes. Yeah. So I think if you guys are ready to cap it, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Unless you've got anything to add, Game Hard. You've gone a bit quiet there with your Game Boy.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know what happened. I dropped out there for a second.
He's playing with himself,
Yeah, I was playing with myself there for a second. So yeah, no, I don't have anything else to add to the conversation other than this was fun, and right now we're tired of all you fuckers, so we're gonna end it. So there you have it. This was Game Hard 4.0, and hi, thank you for watching, though. Yeah, I don't know, guys, and I'm not even drunk. That's what worries me, though.
Well, definitely, I know I speak pretty much for all of us. Expect some good content, some good multiplayer content coming soon from us.
Yes, so sure. Watch them videos.
Yep.
Or I will be doing the Hitman thing. I'll be coming.
Yeah, Greg will come for you. All right, guys. Cool. And
thank you.
See you in the next one.